Henry and Peter had planned the trip for months, two best friends on a road trip to the Grand Canyon. They packed a tent, a cooler full of beer, and a playlist of road trip jams. Nothing could go wrong. Or so they thought. They arrived just before sundown, hiking a little off the beaten path to find a quiet spot along the rim. The view was breathtaking. Miles of jagged stone bathed in orange and violet light. They set up camp, roasted marshmallows, and laughed into the night. Around midnight, the wind changed. It wasn't the rustle of branches or the call of desert animals. It was chanting, low, rhythmic, growing louder. Henry killed the fire, and the two crouched low behind a boulder. Down the slope, emerging from the tree line, came robed figures holding torches, their faces covered in bone-white masks. They moved in a circle around a large pit in the ground. Henry whispered, "What the hell is this?" Peter didn't answer. He was staring. From the shadows, one of the masked cultists turned, looking directly at them. "Run," Henry breathed. They bolted into the trees, the cult behind them in eerie silence, their torches flickering like fireflies in the dark. Branches slashed their arms, their feet barely finding purchase on the rocky soil. Then Peter tripped. Henry turned just in time to see them grab Peter, pulling him back. He tried to run back, but more figures emerged from the dark. Henry hid, heart pounding, behind a cluster of rocks. He watched in horror as they dragged Peter, now blindfolded and gagged, back to the pit. They forced him to his knees. Then the chanting grew frantic. From the pit rose a figure, no face, no features, just a towering black shape with clawed hands and writhing shadows for limbs. It reached out, touched Peter's head, and pulled him down into the pit. Gone. Henry screamed. Every masked head turned. He ran, tripping, falling, bleeding. Somehow he made it back to the car and tore off into the desert night. 40 minutes of adrenaline and panic later, he saw lights, a lonely gas station in the middle of nowhere. He burst inside. "Call the police. Please, you have to help me." The clerk, a gaunt man with sunken eyes, looked up slowly from the counter. "Phone's in the back." Henry sprinted to the hallway, but as he picked up the receiver, the click of a deadbolt echoed behind him. He turned. The clerk was locking the front doors. "You weren't supposed to see that," he said. Outside, the chanting began again. Dozens of masked figures emerged from the desert, surrounding the gas station. The clerk turned to face Henry, his own face expressionless, as he stepped aside and unlocked the back door. "They're here for you." The last thing Henry saw before being dragged out into the night was the gas station's flickering neon sign, humming like a heartbeat. Then the void opened once more, and this time it swallowed him.